Okay, I'm back actually. I had to go do something and now it's like, well, I'm back. She doesn't go in there. She doesn't go in there. I'm looking for a couple of minifigs. My wife wants a Black Widow and a Hulk. Now I've got a big fig Hulk, but I also wanted to get one of these little small ones here, minifig size. But now I gotta find a Black Widow, and I don't think I have many Black Widows, and that's gonna be a problem. I know I've got some. I'm just looking through this Lego Lego head here, full of Marvel figures, and I say full, I mean full. This thing is like brimming over. But you watch, if I have a Black Widow, it's stupid Captain Marvel. It's gonna be way at the bottom. I guarantee it. If I even have one in here. The other ones might be on that shelf over there. I'm gonna have to dig through there. What a burden. I should organize these somehow. I don't know how. But yeah. I mean, Black Widow's not one of my favorite characters. So I've probably just got a couple kicking around. I might as well just go over to that shelf. I'm going to just go over there. I don't think I've got one in here. This is a waste of time. I'm going to just go over here. I'll be right back. I'm just going to sit over here for a second and see what I got. I'm sure I have one over here, but I just have to grab the dumb thing. Wherever it is here. I could have swore I had one over here. You watch, I don't. Stupid. And of course, it doesn't help that my shadow is in the way. Turn this on. Maybe that will help a little. You ever try and look for stuff and your shadow is literally where you're looking and you can't see nothing? It's in the way. Look, I'm blind. I can't see. Oh, what a pest. Oh. Oh. I don't think I see one over here either. Oh boy. What a pain in the butt. Oh. No, I'm not gonna find one here, of course. Of course. I could have swore I had one over here, but nope, I don't. Of course. So now I gotta dig through this huge bucket. What a pain in the neck. Oh, well, my chair rolls everywhere, and I can't stay seated where I want to be. Could have swore I had one over there, but of course, well, I have one. I have one, but it's kind of part of that Marvel sign display, and I'd really rather not take that out of there. Stupid Captain Marvel. Why do I have so many Captain Marvels? I found like 3 already. It's like, could I have someone else? How about this? Is this her? Nope, of course not. Of course it's not her. Oh. Most of my figures are Spider-Man or Iron Man. Come on. Another Captain Marvel. Get lost. Oh. What a pest. Oh boy. You ever try and look for a figure? Is that her? Oh, thank God. There she is. Well, I only have to go about a quarter of the ways down. Goes in there. got a lot of minifigs. A lot. I think I'm going to need another one of these big heads here. The marble ones are overflowing. Literally overflowing. Oh, shoulder hurts. My shoulder's hurting this morning. Probably because I moved that stupid bookcase yesterday. Like I was saying there a few minutes ago when I streamed for like 16 minutes. Then I had to go take care of something, and then I came back. Now, okay, what'd I drop? Nope. Could have swore I dropped something. Oh. Put these up here. And thank you, Lord, for letting me find. Where is she? Where did I put her? Okay, she's over there. I don't want to throw her back in here. I'll be very angry if I do. Yeah, I've been watching videos how Hulk Hogan died, and I guess his kids they're estranged from him, where they haven't talked to him in years. They don't like him no more. You know, allegations of him hitting them and being inappropriate with their friends and cheating on his wife Linda, and who knows? There's so much. I don't know what to believe, and honestly, it doesn't affect my life. I mean, I never met the man. I would have liked to have met Hogan, but I never did. I never met Hogan. Not at an autograph signing or anything. I met Macho Man, and I met Ted DiBiase, and got to talk to him for a second. But outside of that, not really. Let's see, I can let my wife know that I found her. Okay, I found her a Black Widow and a little Hulk here. Let's see. Not that. Need this. Need this. Nope. So many icons. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. Let's see. Did you want a big fig Hulk? Yeah, just send her that. Yeah, I had an extra one of these. I passed it to my wife because she wanted to do a display with her flowers, the botanical Lego flowers you build. She wanted to use this as a planter. So I gave her the other female one that I had. Can I say female these days? Can I? Am I allowed to say female? Or is it they male? Jeff, you're evil. Yes. I'm kidding. Don't get mad. Don't get mad out there, huh? It's a joke. Can't we joke about things anymore? Oh, people are so sensitive, huh? Aren't people sensitive? Holy moly, people are so sensitive. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Yeah, so in the other video I just did for 16 minutes, I showed this Mecha Godzilla Big Fig that I did here. I have that I did. Did that yesterday. Did a build on my channel here. But what is it? It's going to be like 8 o'clock now. What is it? 8:11. Yeah. 8:11. So I found her a Black Widow here. Like that one. And then I found her a mini fig of the Hulk. I know they have big figs. I don't know if she wants a big fig on her desk or just a little Hulk. Reason she wants those on her desk is because, in a way, I'm kind of like the Hulk. I'm always angry about something. And she has to calm me down, kind of like how the Black Widow did that in the movies. Oh, the sun's going down, and all this stuff. She would do that, like some sort of a hypnotic thing that they worked out beforehand. To get Hulk to get calm and change back to Banner. And I feel like that. Not that I'm the Hulk or anything, but I get angry, and sometimes I need to be calmed down. And my wife's good at that. She'll talk to me and kind of get me to look at things a little bit better than the way I look at them and being angry and whatnot. So, boy, it's sweating on this bottle here. Ugh. It's just so humid or hot. I'll just set this on the carpet here. Oh, boy. Yeah, so I'm anxious. I'm hoping this Thursday, on payday, when my wife gets paid, she will let me order a new bookcase for over there. I want one there. I want another one there, and I want to replace this because this is ugly. This is something you'd put like tools or just garbage in your garage on, not something that you want featured in your Lego room. But I've got 3 bookcases there with the lights on. If you watch my video there, right there. If you watch my videos, you'll have seen I've done that. We get the lights on and everything. I got that newer one here. But I think I could fit 3 more. There, and maybe here. If I could maneuver it into here. I don't know if I could. Because this lamp is here. And the base, it's a big, heavy metal base. It has to be so it don't fall over like that stupid light just did. And I would need to move it somehow. And I don't know what exactly I could do. It's a pain in the butt. That's how it is. The lighting in this room has always been abysmal. Trying to get the lights halfway decent so you can see what you're doing. This whole house has been this way. And my eyesight isn't the greatest. I had cataract surgery years ago. So it's like, oh, Zach Storm. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Hello, Zach Storm. How are you? Oh, my goodness, 8:04. So I must have been talking here 10 minutes and I didn't even see him. I apologize for that. If you're still there, hello, how are you? How are you doing there, Zach Storm? I take it if you're still here, you're a fellow Lego aficionado like I am. I've been doing Lego for 10 years, just about 10 years. I started buying Lego, of course, for Lego Dimensions. I'll back up a little bit. I used to play, well, I love it. I still play it every now and then, Skylanders. And I love collecting the figures, little figures. And I got a ton of them. I don't have all of them, but I got a lot of duplicates. And I bought a collection here or there from other people on Facebook Marketplace. And I had been given some from people and people that knew I liked it. Here, have this. I know you like Skylanders. Take this. So the Toys to Life genre I was really big into, and I still love it. So I saw that there were other there were other Toys to Life things like Disney Infinity. They had the Amiibos. Then they had like Lego Dimensions, and as I bought them, I realized, hey, I like building these. Then they stopped it a year short. It was supposed to be a 3-year thing for Dimensions. And there's still parts of the game that are locked out. You can't do it. And if you haven't updated your game since, whenever, parts of the game are now locked out to you, even if you have the toys. You can't unlock like the Simpsons level or the Back to the Future level or the, what's that one with the spy one there? What's that? Mission Impossible one. If you haven't downloaded it, you might still be able to download some I think I did the PS4. I did the PS4 and the Xbox One version. I downloaded all the updates a few months ago. I downloaded everything because I got two PS4s. I got two Xbox One. I got an Xbox One and an Xbox Series X. Excuse me. So I downloaded all of the updates. So, anyways, so I started buying Lego because I like Lego Dimensions and I enjoyed that. Also, it was like when I was a kid, Lego was and still is very expensive. When you've got like a $3 allowance or a $5 allowance when you're a child, you're not buying a $10 Lego set. You're going to try to make your money go as far as possible. You know, I'd buy like a Garfield book, some comic books, a record album, a cassette, you know, whatever, right? You're not going to blow all your money or a good portion of it on just a Lego set. At least the record I could listen to over and over. Yeah. I mean, building a Lego set is cool, but most people build it and that's it. They don't take it apart. There are a lot of Lego people, they'll build a city and then demolish it, build and repeat. And I get that's how the toy is, right? But that's not how I am. I build it and then that's it. I accomplish it, it's done, the end. It's like building a model car. You know, when you glue the car together, you don't pry it apart and then redo it. I know that's a different animal, though, because Lego is made to be taken apart and rebuilt, but that just wasn't what I wanted. You know, and a lot of times, I'll throw a little glue on there. I mean, I've got like super glue sitting right there, you know. I'll use like super glue. If a piece does not want to stay together, whether it's boot Lego or real Lego, because real Lego can do that too, throw a little glue on it. If you look at one of my videos a while back, I did the Ant-Man Build-A-Figure, okay? The helmet for me was atrocious. That thing crumbled in my hand multiple times to the point I was ready to just part it out or throw it in the trash. So I got out the trusty dusty super glue, Craggle, that kind of thing. I glued the heck out of it. Like, you are not falling apart again. So I glued it. I let it sit there an hour. Come back. There. Try and fall apart now when you're chemically bonded together. I just glued that sucker together and that was it. So it happens with real Lego too, not just boot Lego, because people will say, well, the boot Lego's cheap, you get what you pay for. And yeah, that is true to an extent. Because I've seen some boot Legos like Lumabricks and some Lepin and, well, Funhold is Lumabricks, but you know, different things, right? Mold King, whatever. And those newer ones like Mold King and Lumabricks, the quality is pretty much on par with Lego. A lot of people compare it exactly to Lego. Lumabricks doesn't have stickers at all. No stickers. Lego, stickers. Like the new Arkham Asylum set that's coming out, what is it, August 1st, whatever. It's going to have like 65 stickers. You sure that's enough? 65 stickers? You guys couldn't print one tile? 65? And you're going to charge, what, $300 something for the dumb thing? I don't know. No, they can't do it. Why? We put a man on the moon, right? Isn't that what they tell us at school? They put a man on the moon. Why can't you print a sticker? We can't. Well, then close your business. If you can't run it, then don't run it. It's that simple. I don't want your problems to be my problems. But that's how it is in business, right? If cost of goods go up, they put it on the consumer. It's your problem. You're going to pay for what our problem is. It's your problem now, buddy. I'm just crabbing. Like the tariffs. Ugh, the tariffs. Just another tax. That's all that is. Trump ain't paying it on his stupid freedom phones that he's going to be selling. They're coming from China. He said, oh, they're not coming from China. Bull. Baloney. Buy American, as he orders phones from China to sell. Somebody told me that his MAGA hats, the red ones, you look in the back, the tag, made in China. Isn't that ironic? Made in China, make America great again. Buy American. Okay, Trump, whatever you say, buddy, whatever you say. I don't know. I used to think Trump was pretty good, but now I don't. No, I'm sorry, I don't. I don't think Trump's any good. But I don't think any of the politicians are any good. They're all corrupt, in my opinion. In my opinion, if YouTube wants to take this video down, then go right ahead. It's your channel. You do what you want. I think they're all full of baloney. All the politicians, all the governors and the senators and whatever, congressmen, they're all corrupt. They all work together, and I don't trust any of them. I would just assume that Michael Jackson babysit my infant child, then trust these people. Yeah, I'm sorry. But getting back to my bookcases I'm gonna try to sweet talk my wife. Thursday, say, please, if you love me, let me get a bookcase. My wife wants to get a couple of bookcases too for the living room. She wants white ones also, just like these. Just like the one, not this, but the other ones. She wants a couple of bookcases because she herself wants to do a Lego display out in the living room of Mario. Lego Mario. She's got the Bowser. She's got a bunch of Mario sets. She wants to get the Mario Kart, the big one. She wants to get the big fire flower. She wants to get the NES set with the big TV. She wants to get those. But those are so expensive. We're going to order from China. We're going to order from AliExpress. What the heck, Save a lot more money. Well, they're not as good. Yeah, okay, fine. Do you live here? Do you live in my house? Do you pay any bills in my house? Well, in your opinion, I don't care. I don't get into those debates with people. The quality isn't that. Well, some of us don't have money to jet off to Billund every weekend like these 20-year-olds. Yes, 20-year-olds. Flying to Billund all the time. I'm doing a vacation in Billund. I'm shipping 800,000 pounds of Lego to my house. Well, good for you, Rockefeller. Some of us don't have that kind of money, and we make do with what we got. So, go to my Brickling store. Fund me. Patreon. Oh, stop. Shut up, Jeff. Shut up, Jeff. I thought this was a Lego channel, not a complaining channel. Well, it's both. Today, it's both. But, yeah, it's going to look good. I did the measurements. It should be okay. But if not, I can move a couple little more things to give it that clearance. I think I should have enough room for a bookcase there. The only problem is I can't build the thing. I can help. I have no skill with a screwdriver or nails. The only nail I can hit with a hammer is my thumbnail. That's it. I can't even drive a nail straight. I'm useless when it comes to that sort of thing. I think that's the wife here. Ding, ding, ding. Let's see what she has to say. I think we lost Zach Storm. Yeah, Storm. I think we lost Zach. I don't see him there. Perfect. A big Hulk would be nice. Okay. No problem. I have big Hulks. Those are easy to find. Got a couple right there. Not a problem. I'll give her one of those. But, I'm not going to put lights on these two shelves that I put there. I say that and then I will, right? But I could. But I'd let my wife do it because the time I tried doing those lights, I messed it up. And then she had to come in and kind of fix it. And it doesn't look as good as it would if she had done it. She has an eye. Women seem to have an eye for decorating, don't they? To put stuff and it looks good. Us men, we just throw it up on the wall and it's crooked, whatever, I don't care. It's hanging, the end. I mean, every picture in here for the most part is crooked. And that's because the house is kind of tilty, so everything kind of wants to go in that direction. That's why all these shelves, I put like a bit of cardboard or a wedge under it to keep it leaning back a bit because everything wants to just fall over. I'm surprised that shelf hasn't fallen over, but I've got cardboard under it to kind of give it a little lean back. You know, a lot of people buy those wedges you can knock under. I don't know. I tend to kick those, you know, even though my feet are much smaller now than they were because of amputations of of certain toes. So I've only got 7 toes. I don't have 10 anymore. I got 7. The other 3 went to market and never came back. uh, yeah, we could do lights there, but I need to rewire all these wires here because I got wires galore. Because I got 2 lights here. I got a light here. I got this lamp here. I need 1,000 lights in this room because the lighting is horrible. Horrible. There's no other way to say it. There's no good lighting in this room. There's nothing. It stinks. It stinks. The lighting in this room. It just stinks. I wish there was a way to have the switches where I could reach them better. I've taped up the wires to be higher where the switch is, but then that doesn't give you as much leeway. I'm going to have to change that. I don't want to have to hunch all the way over to turn the light on, but that's the nature of the beast because the people that designed it were stupid. Totally stupid. Well, they probably did it so when you put the light in the corner, the wire sticks out far enough. I don't care. Put 2 switches then. Put 2. One on one end, one on the other. Pay an extra $5. I'll do it. Put 2 switches. You know, instead of having just 1, put 2. You ever go into a room where you got 2 light switches? You can turn them on either way. I had a place like that. You turn one here. If you don't like it, you're way over here. You turn it there. Tick, 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 tick. And that's it. They can do it here. They can put a man on the moon. They can put a light switch on a lamp. The end. I don't want to hear any bull crap. But now, because of the design, it is my problem, right? Because people need me to tell them how to make stuff. Make it this way, stupid. Okay, thanks. I'll make your own. Well, if I knew electricity, I probably would. They're not bad lights. They got a nice stand. Stand bases are big, though. But they gotta be, because they want to fall over like that light just did. Falling! Falling! I'll have to figure out another plan of attack here. I'm going to have to move some stuff around. It's getting cluttered. It's squeezing in on me because this room is so small. I've only got so much room in this room. If you've watched my earlier videos, hiccups, you'll know how small this room is. It's just a bedroom. This was my son's bedroom years ago. Then it became my daughter's bedroom, and then it became another room, and now it's my Lego room. I've used this room many different times. I've lived here almost 27 years now. In December, it'll be 27 years that I've lived here. So I've lived here quite a long time. Oh boy. August 1st, Lego is releasing a lot of new sets, and the one I want. I want the 3-in-1 Haunted House set. Looks like the old Monster Fighters, kind of. Not quite, though. It's got the same kind of colors, like the greenish, dark green, whatever. It looks like that, but man, what do they want? $90? I've seen some people on Facebook. Yeah, I found it for $68. It's already out in this store in this city and this and that. Look on Lego. What is it? $89? Is that what it is? Somebody correct me in the comments. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I found a bootleggo one that's modeled just like the Monster Fighters one, though, where it's a modular and it closes in the back. It's not just open. It's not just a facade like this 3-in-1. It's not a facade. It's an actual module. Floors come off, like the modules. They got those jumper plates holding the floors together. Same figures. Well, bootlegger, right? But they're the same model figures. They look the same. Comparable in price. And the Monster Fighter one is really in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and a lot right now. A lot. There's the video I saw. I watched it. It was 8 years ago. And it was still, he had said the real one was worth like 400 at the time. You imagine what it is now? 8 years later from when he posted that video. It was 400 then. Now that was 8 years ago. It was 400 on the secondary market. So honestly, it's the same figures and the building's better. I'm probably just going to, when I decide, if I have the money, because I got other things I need to do first. If I have the money, I'll just buy the one off AliExpress. I won't even bother with the Lego 3-in-1 Monster House unless I see it on sale. A couple years go by, and if I'm still alive, I'll might see it in the discount aisle, as they call it, at Walmart. Maybe I'll grab it for a 50 or whatever. Hopefully, this Lego is so expensive. Oh, it's expensive, and everyone has their own viewpoint, and that's fine. I'm not going to tell people what to think. I have my viewpoint, but you know how it is. If you don't share the viewpoint of other people, you're wrong, they're right, no discussion, the end, you're canceled. Fine. If you want to call it canceling, are you going to come here and eliminate me, shoot me like the Terminator? You're going to terminate me? Okay. Want to terminate somebody over a difference of opinion of a plastic brick, then go ahead. I can't stop people talking. Believe me, there are people I'd love to shut up, but I can't. We all have people like that we know. You just want to put a muzzle on their mouth and shut up. Well, Jeff, you're talking a lot right now. Yeah, it's my channel. Click away. There's a lot of stuff to watch on YouTube besides me, believe it or not. Sometimes I just feel like venting, that's all. I sit in here and I look around at stuff I got to do, and then I think about all the money that I've spent. And I have bought a lot of Lego, real Lego, not just boot Lego. And I know my videos, if you look lately, they're all boot Lego figures, boot Lego figures. That's because I ordered a bunch of them, so I was posting them. But Lego is just an expensive hobby. My wife lately has been doing puzzles. Her sister-in-law is a representative for a puzzle company. She does like their social media for Puzzle Warehouse out of whatever state here in America. And she goes to different states for conventions and events, and she's a representative. She gets paid to do this. It's like, that's great. And she has a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called The Casual Puzzler. The lady's name is Emily. She's a nice lady. My wife's sister-in-law. Very nice lady. Knows puzzles. You're not going to find anybody that probably knows much more than her. Well, maybe, but she seems to know quite a lot. Doing it for years. So my wife talks to her sister-in-law, and Lego Debo has been doing a lot of puzzles. She's got a bunch of Lego brick sets over there that haven't been touched. They're just sitting there. I've gone through all my backlog, all of it. I got a couple of doubles I didn't realize I had. So they're sitting over there. If we do another Lego night at my church, I'm probably going to just give them out as prizes. I'm not going to sell them. Sell and make money. No, I'll give them to a kid. Be a blessing to somebody, right? So I'm holding on to them. They're just going to sit in the corner over there. I ain't going to probably build them, whatever. If we do another Lego night. We did one 2 years ago. No, pardon. We did one last year. Last summer we did one in like June or July. Might have been June. And the year before we did one in November. But this year we didn't do it because usually we like to take a little money out of our tax money and try to fund it. Oh, who we got here? Oh, it's my wife. Hi, honey. There's Debbie right there. I was just crabbing and telling people about Lego night. Well, not crabbing about Lego night, but just crabbing in general. You know how I am, how pleasant I am. But I want to do another Lego night, but it would have to be next year. Because this year, when we had tax money come in, our hot water heater died. It just died. And we didn't get as much tax money coming in that we thought. We had made a mistake figuring it out. So we got a refund, but not nearly as much as we should have. And that put a kibosh on a lot of things. Like I was supposed to go to the Lego store, an actual Lego store in New Hampshire, Connecticut, whatever. We were going to take a drive. We were going to take a drive for a few hours each way, 2 hours, 2.5 hours each way. So I could finally get to a Lego store because I live in Maine and here in the USA, and there's no Lego stores here. There's nothing. Maine has nothing. We have nothing. We're the welfare state. There's nothing here. There's no money here. Lego's not going to put a company here or a business. They ain't going to make any money. Their stuff's too expensive. Too expensive. Yeah, I want $100 for this minifig. The average person here in Maine is trying to put food on the table for their kid. They ain't worried about a $100 minifig. Yeah. $300 set. I could do groceries for my kids. I gotta pay food bill for my children to live. I'm buying a dumb Lego set for $300. So my wife was gonna take me, because I don't drive. She drives. She was gonna take me to a Lego store in one of those states. But because finances died, the whole idea died. Whole idea. There's a Lego convention that Maine does have every year in October. We went last year for the first time. It was all right, but a lot of people. It's a convention, right? Even here in Maine, you get a lot of people, but I already saw everything, and every year it seems to be, from what I've seen of videos, a lot of it's the same thing. The only reason I'd want to go this year is so I could hit the vendors. You know, some of the vendors have good deals. A lot of them are just, they got to raise that rate, right? Oh, this set's worth $1 million. Oh, there it is. I'll give you $5 off. $1 million. But if I don't have any money, why go? I've already seen what it looks like. I can look on YouTube for the newest one. Why drive all the way down there and pay $20 a head to go in? It's less than that, but if you go in early, if you don't reserve your ticket early, you got to pay $20, and that's what we did. We just paid $20 to go in an hour early because I wanted to hit the things before everyone showed up. I should have looked at the vendors first. And then looked around at all the displays. But never going to a convention like Lego before, I didn't know how to handle it. So I said, well, let's look at the stuff, then we can shop. Everybody's shopping. You can't get near anything. You're like at a rock concert trying to storm the stage, and everyone's there in front of you. It's like too many people. And I'm not the greatest people person in the world. So it's like, we were there an hour and a half, maybe. And me standing for a long time with my balance and my missing toes and just my heart condition and all that. I wobbling, and I brought a little cart. I didn't have a rollator. I got one now. I didn't have a rollator, if you know what that is. That's those little seats with the handles, with the wheels. You see all the old folks using it, and then they can sit on it. And I got one of those. My wife and I grabbed one in case I need it for a convention or a church or whatever. Lately at church, I just use my cane because I can't make the long walk down that stinking hallway. It takes forever. It seems like a long hallway to me now. Not before, but now. But, yeah, so standing around there trying to get one little thing. I did a video a year or so ago about our trek down to Portland to go to the Lego convention. What was it called? Brickfest? I can't even remember. The thumbnail it says what it is, and I'm kind of standing next to the picture I'm in front of. Brick something. I don't know. I want to say Brickfest, but it doesn't sound right. Whatever it is, I don't know if we're going this year, because if I can't hit the vendors, what's the point? You know, I'm going to be there. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm going to be there like, oh, gee, I'd like to get this. Oh, well, I can't. The end. That's just torture. It's like being an alcoholic going into a bar. Gee, I'd love a beer. Can't have one. That's a good thing, though, if you can't drink, right? But you get the idea. You go to a salad bar and you can't get anything. It's like, why go? Why go? Why you gonna stand there and watch other people buy stuff and have fun? Brickfest. What did I say it was? Brick what? What did I just say it was called? Is it Brickfest? Brickfest. That's what it's called. It's called Brickfest. Thank you, Debbie. It's called Brickfest. After breakfast. They do it on the weekend. They do it like on a Saturday and Sunday. They might do it Friday, but I'm not sure. I know they do it on the weekends. And we went Saturday. We were going to play hooky from church and go, but we decided to go on that Saturday. I woke up early and I'm like, let's go now. So we did. And it worked out fine. Perhaps Sunday would have been a better day. A lot of people might have already come on Saturday, but I was so impatient. I couldn't wait 24 hours. I had to go then. It's like, let's go now. Let's go now. And she's like, okay. She got ready. Yes, you said the same. Oh, I did. Oh, it is Brickfest. Okay. I couldn't remember what I just said. My racing thoughts, right? So, yeah. Coming full circle. We wanted to do a Lego night this year. The church asked if we were wanting to do it. Now, some people could say, well, why don't the church pay for it? You know, if you're going to host it. It's like, well, our church doesn't have $1 million. It's a poor church. Small church. Congregation of maybe 50. If that. About 50 adults. And, of course, you got little kids, right? But they've donated bricks in the past. Some people will go buy a set, buy some bricks, bag of bricks, and bring them in. Oh, I got some used bricks. Grandson don't want them no more, you know. Take them. I'll wash them and clean them. And my wife and I clean them. And then we'll bring them to the Lego night for church. So I'm hoping. So we'll see. We'll see. Would be nice. The other thing is, it's a small turnout. We don't have a lot of kids at our church. We do have some, but some of them are older and they kind of look at Lego as for younger kids. And a lot of people have that idea. A lot of people don't understand that adults can get into Lego. You know, I've had one person kind of call me a child because I do Lego. My wife does Lego. You know, but everybody has their hobby, their thing. There's a whole group of us. They call them AFOLs, right? Adult fan of Lego, AFOL. Never liked the term. It sounds too much like a-hole to me. I don't care for it. But the prices of Lego, I mean, the average kid can't afford that. They can't afford that. And mom and dad, the average parent is not going to say, yeah, you want that 3-in-1 haunted house? Oh, it's a 90? Yeah, I'll buy that. For little Junior to break it in 2 minutes? No. They'll buy him a phone, right? That's what kids want. They want their cell phone. They want their tablet. They want their Switch, their Nintendo Switch. They want games and their phone, talk to their friends. And that's what they want. Little kids, not just teenagers anymore. I see little kids with a phone. Why does a little kid have a phone? Well, I need to reach him. Yeah, but you think that's why the kid wants it? Do you think the little kid wants you calling him in front of his friends? Oh, it's my mother. I got to take this. Hello? Yes? Pick up bread? Got it. You know, kid doesn't want to talk to his parents at school in front of his girlfriend. Hold on, honey. I'd kiss you, but my mother is calling. They don't care. So, yeah, people don't get the idea that adults can like Lego. So, again, coming full circle, we get a small turnout at Lego night. The first time we had 9 kids, and we had a few adults. So that was kind of cool. You know, we had about 10, 12 people building. Last year, we had just 9. But then we had 2 other family members come, 2 kids, and that made it 11. So, figure that out. And we had an adult or 2 doing it. So, it was fine. I tried to get people out and to invite people not in the church. You know, I talked to people in Lego aisles. Said, "Yeah, we're hosting a Lego aisle. We're hosting a Lego night." I talked to this one guy at Target. I'm in the Lego aisle. Him and his son are there. Son's like, "Dad, how about this set? How about this set? How about this set?" And he talked to me a little bit, and I figured, well, he spoke to me. I can speak to him. And I said, yeah, you like Lego? We're hosting a Lego night at our church. As soon as I said church, his demeanor, his countenance, and his face just, church? Whoa. The next city over in Auburn, they have a Lego night every month. I don't need to go to church for that. I looked into that. They don't give the bricks to the kids. You can use them, but when you're done, you put them away and get out. Us, we were giving them. Here, you want a few minifigures? Take them. You want some bricks? Take them. You know, we did something like that. Church? Ooh, church? Ah. Ooh, you swore. You said the C word, church. That's the response I got from people. I talked to a couple of families, even an old family that I knew from my previous church. Oh, yeah, we'll be there. Nothing. You know. We don't want to hear about that God person. You said Jesus? Oh, no. I gotta stay home and listen to my Black Sabbath album. Oh, Lord, I don't know about this world. But, anyways, there was even one adult in our church that was like, oh, we're a Lego night? Oh, what's next? Coloring? Well, buddy, it's really not for you. You can come if you like Lego, that's fine, but it was more towards the younger folks. We were aiming for the younger folks. We weren't saying, hey, all adults come, because, you know, we got a bunch of older people in our church, and I can't see some of the older people. Like, we have a lady in our church that's almost 100. Almost 100. She's like 99 and change. She's almost 100. And I think she was born in the church. She's been there so long. I can't expect her to come and sit there and try and do that. You know? A lot of the adults are older and they wouldn't want to do that. They come from a different generation. The generation or one or two before me. I'm 56. My wife is 55. And we started getting into Lego. But the average person our age or older, there are some, but average, your basic person doesn't want to play with Lego. They don't want to play with that. They'll look at it as toys because that's how it was always advertised, as for children. But over the years, it's changed. You know, and Lego realizes that. Years ago, in the 90s or whatever, some big shot in charge at Lego said that they were literally embarrassed by their adult fans. And then I think a light switch went off in their head. Wait a minute. Adult fans buy the Lego for the kids. And if we can get them to buy, we'll make more money. And their attitude totally changed. Totally changed. Like all of a sudden, adult fans of Lego have a group and everybody does it. Gone are the days when I could go into Goodwill and find a bag of Lego for $3. A big bag. Bring it home and have fun. I never bought Lego as a kid, like I said earlier, because I couldn't afford it. And it's like, I only had so much money. But now, well, I don't really have adult money, right? A lot of us do. I don't. That's why I buy the boot Lego a lot. I look over at my shelf here and I can just spot fake Lego, fake Lego, fake. Oh, there's real. Oh, that's secondary brand. Oh, that's not. That's Max build. You know, whatever the different sets. Like I'm looking at those Squid Game ones I have there, and those are fake. Lego is not going to make Squid Game. I don't think you're going to see Lego making Squid Game with them getting shot. I love Squid Game now. My wife and I liked it. She didn't like it at first. She was resistant. Oh, you're watching that? I'm going to play on my phone. Then eventually she came around. She likes it now. But I got to get her to watch all 3 seasons. She started watching in the 2nd season, I think. Then she watched the whole 3rd with me, but she hasn't seen the whole 1st one. I got to get her to try to watch all 3 in a row. You know, just binge watch the thing. They're supposed to be having a series coming to America called Squid Game USA. And no, I'm not confusing that with The Challenge, which was a reality show they did here in the United States, the continental states of America here. Uh, Squid Game The Challenge, where it was a reality show. No, nobody died, of course. They put on a little squib pack, like they do in the movies. The fake blood, it would be like black blood. It wouldn't be real blood. They didn't want to scare any kids. But it was fake. And people they'd pretend to fall over and die, to try to reenact the show, right? But it wasn't real. It was just a little reality TV show like we've all seen lately. Those reality shows started with MTV when they did The Real World years ago. Now the reality shows are a common thing. The Real World show was a new concept, new idea, and nobody had seen it before, and it got popular. But now it's a dime a dozen. Everyone's stolen the idea, and it's like, well, we'll all make reality shows. There are reality shows about everything. Most TV these days is reality shows, you know? My wife watches one, 90 Day Fiance, and I didn't get into it at first, but now I watch it with her. Or in case I listen to it, if we're in the Lego room, she plays it on her phone, and I'll sit here doing my thing, and we'll listen to how stupid the show is. Hi, I'm a 25-year-old lady. I can't find anybody here in America, even though I'm drop dead gorgeous, so I'm gonna fly to Indonesia to meet some guy I've never met that I've talked to online for a month, and I love him, and we're gonna get married. Or they come here, or whatever you have. A lot of them come here to get a green card. I know that's not nice to say, but that's the reality of the situation. There was this one guy. I want to say his name was Muhammad. I want to say. I may be wrong. My wife could tell me. The lady, he was 26, 27, and the woman he was meeting was 47. Okay? And he only came here to use her. He even said, well, she's not the typical woman I would want to be with, her looks and everything. Well, you saw her on the monitor. You couldn't tell that she was heavy by her face. You knew she was